transition on over to the AFC side of things. Had Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills Mafia. I know was hyped to get here. And when this game first started, we obviously saw, muffled punt, Mecole Hardman, a couple things happen. And I sat for a second, bro. I was like, uh-oh. I said, Bills can pull this off if shit like that happens. You can't give Kansas City's so good, brother. They
scored 21 in the second quarter, bro. I mean, they scored nothing, like you said, in that first quarter. They were struggling to figure it out. I mean, Bills only put up 9 on them in that first quarter, which was surprising. I really thought they were going to score more. That was kind of their opportunity window. Then the Chiefs were like, oh, they only put up 9? Let's just go ahead and get after it here. I mean, like you said, Mecole Hardman had that bad pass or bad muff or whatever. You see on the sideline in the mic'd up Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes come over to him like, you're going to make the play now. Now it's on you.
He made up for it.
You just see that dude make the play.
Made up for it, dude. Made a couple plays, dude. Definitely more than made up for that. And like I said, seeing that clip too, I mean, makes you feel good, bro. That team, obviously family and close and, the leaders they have on that team. I want to give all the credit in the world to that Buffalo Bills team, man. They had a phenomenal season. Josh Allen has emerged as a top 5 quarterback in this league potentially. This year 100%, but they're going to be good for a long time, man. Like I said, from the coaching to the quarterback to the defense, obviously was a little shady throughout the year, but played good when it mattered. They got good receivers. I think they could use maybe one more solid running back, and I think that team's going to be fine, dude. That team's going to be really good for the next 5 years. But it's really hard for me to break down this game and really talk about specifics and make things happen.
I'll go ahead then. For here again, it was, that Buffalo rushing. They just couldn't get it figured out. I mean, they were put in a position already after the first quarter. I'm sorry, going into the second quarter where they had to pass.
Yeah.
And Buffalo has a good, run game with Devin Singletary, TJ Yeldon.
You get behind on the Chiefs, though, you can't run the ball.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. I mean, Josh Allen had 7 carries for 88 yards. Shout out him with the rushes. But, Josh Allen had an incredible season, incredible game. But at the end of the day, I was saying this before this game happened, that's the fucking Kansas City Chiefs, bro. And it's
reality.
Just top to bottom team. It's just how did we get there? They're so good. They're so good. So all the credit to the Bills. I don't really think the Bills did anything bad or nothing. If they were playing another team, they probably would have won. It's just literally Kansas City is just on a next level right now. And then so obviously, we're about to see this Kansas City Tampa Bay matchup. I mean, we're seeing Master Yoda going up against Baby Yoda right here, man. I'm saying and I think one of the biggest things going into that game, like you just said, is going to be time of possession. You can't let Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes keep the ball in their hands. I mean, someone's got to have it, though.
Someone's got to have the ball for sure.
Looking at this last game, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce combined for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sick. And then you literally just have anyone else carry the ball for 5 yards. You're going to be all right. I mean, they didn't even play Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, he had 6 carries, but only got 7 yards. They just sat him down. They're like, we're just going to let Patrick Mahomes, win this in the air. And that's what they fucking did. I mean, it's hard to find new things to say because it's nothing but praise for this Kansas City team.
No, it really is. And that's a good point. It is hard to find things to say about this Kansas City team because we've had 16, 17, 18 weeks now to literally just realize that this is just a top to bottom phenomenal football team. Andy Reid, obviously Hall of Fame head coach, they're just built right. They build it from the ground up. A lot of those players are homegrown too. And obviously, they a couple years ago made that draft for Patrick Mahomes, and that was clearly the right decision. And just took the fuck off after that, and to just have such a solid foundation. And for Patrick Mahomes to only be 25 and to be entering his second Super Bowl, to have a Super Bowl MVP and to have a regular season MVP, he about to run up some records, brother. He about to, he's already got experience, great deep playoff experience, Super Bowl experience, being such a young guy. This dude can play 15 more years, run up some numbers, run up some records, and they're going to be all right. So, like I said, there's not much to say about Kansas City that we haven't said for the last 2 months.
It's more or less just, on the other end, I guess we can give the praise to the Bills all the way from Sean McDermott to Josh Allen, man. Great team, great season. Bills Mafia is going to be taken care of for a while. They're going to be competitive, but what I'm saying, Kansas
especially
City,
looking at just their division, they're going to be top 1-2 in their division for, like they're set up. They're ready to get right back into this thing.
Right back into it.
So are the Chiefs.
So are the Chiefs, man. They ain't finna go away for a minute. Like I said, up until some players got to get paid and whatnot. But for right now, they're pretty good with the contracts. But obviously, one thing I think that really hurt the Kansas City Chiefs in this game was Eric Fisher, their left tackle. They took with the number 1 overall pick, I think, like 8 or 9 years ago. Obviously, tore his Achilles. So that's going to hurt possibly going into the Super Bowl game with Tampa. But I got to break this Super Bowl game down here for a little minute, dude. We're looking at obviously Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and this is a weird one. We just talked all that mess about Kansas City, how we feel about them and how good of a team they are. But in a sense, brother, like I'm looking at the other end, fucking Tom Brady, dude. It's the same thing. It really is the same thing at the highest level. And I really think this game's going to come down to time of possession. Tom Brady obviously has potential that you get in the shootout with you. He ain't afraid of that. I do like Tampa being able to establish their run game a little earlier, I think. I think they'll be able to hit the ground running a lot better than Kansas City will. But we've seen before that Kansas City, like if the run game's not working, they're going to be all right. Patrick Mahomes is going to figure it out in the air.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see an 80-point Super Bowl here, dude. Like it's going to be insane. Like, I mean, both of these offenses can just score on a dime. That's been their go-to all season. It's like, okay, we're down, 3rd and 9. Like, okay, let's just score.
Just score the ball.
That's the story for both of these teams. Like, it's going to come down to defense for me. Obviously, whoever can get a better stop. It's also going to come down to field position. We want 3rd down conversions. We don't want punts. And if we do punt, we want to pin them suckers. We want to make, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes go 98 yards. You can't put them in any sort of good field position. I mean, a touchback is bad field position for Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. So,
and see, that's the thing about this game. I feel like you can honestly make the same argument for both teams. It really feels that way. I mean, obviously we could deep dive more into who he thinks, got the advantage and whatnot, but And granted, I'm going to go into this thinking I do like Tampa's defense a lot more. I think that front seven is going to be able
as a whole,
100%. I think, and they got good enough safeties. Their secondary is good enough to maybe make Patrick Mahomes think a little different. But at the same time, Patrick Mahomes is going to make some plays. And obviously, like I said, you can't count out Tom Brady. You just can't bet against them. So I don't know. I'm thinking the Chiefs, I think, are the best team in football. But the Tampa Bay Bucks have Tom Brady, and he can figure shit out.
Well, at the end of the day, though, we have to step back for a second and realize that these are the two teams in the
best team, 1 and 2.
These are the two best teams. So it's going to be a whole lot more praise versus a whole lot. A whole lot of I think they're better here, better there, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find negatives about one of them to make an argument towards the other, and you just can't, brother. They're obviously in the Super Bowl for a reason, and these two quarterbacks, Tom Brady obviously being the face of the league for the past 20 years, and now we got Patrick Mahomes who's about to be the face for the next 10, 15 years. So it's just a super exciting matchup. Like I said, I think. For the Bucks to be able to run this game up at home, literally in their backyard,
that's so crazy, dude.
It's going to be huge. And like I said, I live 30 minutes away from Raymond James, bro. Tampa about to be lit, bro. Them fools about to be out here drinking mad early. I might have to go pull up on them in the parking lot, go see what's going on. But oh man, that's going to be a Super Bowl for the making, bro. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl,
No, I'm super hype. And, I'm hyped to, break this game down a little bit more. We're going to make a couple of videos here. We'll dive more into it here as the weeks come. We got the Madden Pro Bowl coming up this year, next week. I mean, that's going to be.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're playing Madden.
Oh, I'm not mad with that. I think the Pro Bowl game itself shouldn't even be a thing. I think
the game itself, yeah, I really enjoy when they do the skill challenges, with the QB and the receivers and everything. Those are dope. Really, that's just cool to see. It's like the NBA. NBA has their All-Star weekend. That's awesome to watch. Yep. So I like the skill challenges from the NFL. But like you said, that Pro Bowl game, it's let's just take everyone that's good and give them a chance to get injured for the rest of their lives. Like, I mean, Sean Taylor comes through first Pro Bowl, dude, and drops some fucking shoulders. I mean, that's just like,
man,
like you're not playing basketball. You got to be careful. You got to protect your assets. And the league is literally coming out and saying, these are our best players. Let's get them all injured at the same time. I mean, obviously, a Pro Bowl game, everyone takes it a bit easier. You know, it's a more laid back football game, but I don't know. Just
I'd rather not.
You got to protect your assets, brother. I mean,
for real, you can't risk. And I mean, that's why 9 times out of 10, a lot of guys. I mean, Tom Brady's been a Pro Bowler his whole career. I think he's only ever played in like 2. He's like, nah, I'm not going to go play that game. What's the point?
Well, how many postseasons has he had to deal with? He hasn't had time for that shit.
He doesn't have time for that BS. But like I say, hey, I'm cool with the little Madden challenge. I mean, obviously because of COVID restrictions and stuff. If that's all they're getting.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll dive into that a little bit more. I don't know the specific.
Make a video. How can we make the Pro Bowl better? Stay tuned for that.
There you go.
That being said, man, Super Bowl 55 on them. Kansas City. Tampa Bay, man, it's in the works. We're obviously going to do some heavy coverage on that over the next week or 2. Get busy on them, dude. Super hyped to watch that. Shout out Kansas City. Shout out fucking Tampa Bay. Shout out Tom Brady, brother. Like we said, we started the show off giving him praise. Got to just reiterate it again, man. This is something your children are going to learn, bro. This is history book shit going on right here. So just awesome to watch. Like I said, I fucking hate that guy, bro. There's nothing but respect, brother. Gotta give it to the man. But I don't know, dude. I think that's about good. I think about wrap this sucker up.
Yep, that'll about do her. I mean, shout out for the boys, for the meat pack tuning in.
Hey, where you at? Salami squad, son, stand up. Super Bowl 55 coming soon, baby. Stay tuned to Meat Pack in the building. With that being said, fuck out of here.